Oh, hello. I'm back again for a new series I'm going to be looking at. And as you can already read on the screen, it's the Young Indiana Jones. This first game is the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which is, it's part of I guess you would call it a subset of licensed works based on Indiana Jones. And if you look at all video games based on Indiana Jones, there are a ton, and I'm not going to be looking at all of those. I'm looking at this particular neat little period in which there was a young Indiana Jones TV series. And of course, as LucasArts liked to do, starting in the early to mid 90s, they took something they were working on in TV or film and they turned it into some video games. And yeah, it's interesting because to me, the TV series was just something I didn't actually get to watch too much at the time because it came on later in the evening, and my folks were just a little not. They were not cool with staying up that late to watch something, which I don't think it was that late. But anyway, you know how, you know, you kids know how it'd be sometimes. Um, but yeah, so now I did get to watch the series recently, and now I'm playing the video games. So yeah, this first game was, as you can see from this legal screen and from the box there, this first game was on NES, and it's interesting. It is a very NES game. Like you look at it and you're like, ooh, yeah, that is something on the NES for sure. And it's cool to get to play an NES game and have all the trappings of an NES, game and its level design and its graphics, and it's interesting just to play through. And anyway, I'm gonna do that in a moment. Here's a quick look at a review from Nintendo Power, I think in late '92, early '93. You can see here on the screen. Yeah, it was published by Jaleco. It doesn't say here, but it was developed by a company called Chris Gray Enterprises. And that was a fun time as well, where anyone could start up a company, and sometimes people were just like, well, I guess I'll just name it after myself. So, yeah, Chris Gray Enterprises, not credited anywhere visible on the screen here, but they were the developer. Yeah, it released in January '93. You can see some specs there and a little description of what you're doing. Yeah, you're going through a platformer game, going through Mexico and Europe. Let's see, what do they like? They like that the game remains true to the story, and that's the case for, I think, all the games. All the games based on Young Indiana Jones are either directly adapted from episodes of the TV show, or and always from the teenage or older Indiana Jones, because there were some episodes where he's a kid, and I don't know. I guess those aren't as highly regarded as like the more action-oriented episodes later on, where Indiana Jones is like, I don't know, 17 to 20 years old, and he's going through like war and revolution and all this wild stuff that a teenager would grow you up pretty quick, I imagine. What do they not like? The Nintendo Power thought the graphics are mediocre and the character control can be awkward, and doesn't do justice to the show. Yeah, that's. I guess we can talk about that as we go here. Let's just start firing it up. 1 second. There it is. Yeah, the character control and all that stuff. As far as being faithful to the TV show, I mean, especially these old 2D platformers, you can never just be faithful to the TV show, because the TV show doesn't have a protagonist jumping 10 feet in the air, right? So it's not possible. Not many options. For some reason, you can turn off the cutscenes if you like, or the music, but I'll, of course, leave both enabled. Well, hello there. I'm Indiana Jones, and I have a few stories to tell you. Do you? When I was a young man, I traveled to Mexico on what I thought was a vacation. This was during the Mexican Civil War. At the time, the Mexican outlaw General Pancho Villa, along with his loyal Villistas troops, were waging a war against the Americanos and the Federales. They said their cause was for justice and equality among all Mexicans. That's something that's missing if you buy the DVDs. The TV show that aired on ABC, it had these bookends where an old man or an old actor who was Indiana Jones in the '90s. So every episode was framed as like he's an old man now, but he's telling you about this episode of his life, and then that's when they cut back to like young Indiana Jones going on some adventure, and the episode ends with the old man Jones kind of summarizing and wrapping things up and ending the episode. And this game is introducing that same idea of like old man Indiana Jones telling you like, hey, I remember this story. He didn't talk like the Pepperidge Farms guy. Pepperidge Farm remembers. That was just my little addition, but But yeah, so that's what that was. That was the Old Man Jones introducing the story, which is missing from the DVDs. So if you search on YouTube, you will find somebody who has painstakingly restored what would have been the TV broadcast versions of all the episodes. So he added the best quality versions he could find of all those Old Man Jones bits, and he chopped all these episodes back together in what was the original format versus the DVD format, where they take 2 episodes and jam them together as like a little short film, but they cut out all the Old Man Jones stuff, which I thought was not cool. All right, here we have Pancho Villa. Well, you have decided to join my revolution. Villa, you scoundrel, we will never join your cause. You only want power for yourself. You don't really care what happens to the rest of us. Naturally, maybe not naturally, but the video games, maybe as most games do, lose a lot of the nuance. Like in the TV show, there is an episode, or there are episodes where Indiana Jones is joining the Mexican Revolution. It's more nuanced in how it portrays all these historical figures and characters and situations. In this video game, it's just like, oh, Pancho Villa is evil, and you gotta fight him and his evil comrades. And yeah, so he's just kind of a one-dimensional villain. All right, let's go. I'm playing. Man, how long was I? That was a long preamble. I'm playing on an emulator. You should know this. And you should know that I will be using emulator features quite heavily. For example, I think I have a save state here. Yep, there it is. I saved my state. And I also have a rewind feature. I'm using the Messen emulator. It's really nice. It's modern. So it's really just nice to play the game this way. So just know that. And my playthrough is not going to be faithful or true at all to the experience of playing this back in 1993. Oh, I already fell. Didn't get those crates. That's fine. Yeah, so you're playing as young Indiana Jones. You acquire stuff. And those boxes next to his face up there, basically, that shows you what weapon you have. Like I have the whip equipped right now. The hat is basically like an extra hit. Like, so if I get hit, I'm going to lose the hat, but I won't die immediately. And that third slot will be yet another item. And if I get hit once, I'll lose that item. And so basically, that row of things along the top there is both the items I have and the number of hits I can take before I lose a life. Yeah, sometimes you have to watch, I guess, yeah, you have to watch, you have to be careful of what you pick up. Because sometimes you have an item that you like and you want to keep, but you will forget what you're doing, and it's like that was a time stop item. Weapons are infinite, so you can just kind of use everything as many times as you like. You're not going to run out of ammo or anything, which is a nice feature. Alright, let's take that guy out. That's like quicksand or something. I totally forgot those crates, but I will not go back. Oh, yeah, I forgot you have to hop across that thing, that quicksand. Oh, that horse. Oh man, the animals, it's interesting, you cannot kill the animals in this game. You'll see in a moment. I should have ducked there. And let's, see, here's where that rewind feature will come in handy, because I'm not going to be taking, and sometimes I just lack the skill. There we go. So, I didn't show it here, but if you kill the guys on horses and you back away, and the horse will just start chasing after you, basically. This guy, I don't think I can kill. Yeah, there we go. Oh. So there's definitely a get good element here where it's like, yeah, if you played enough and you got good at this game, you could avoid all these things, but I'm not going to worry about it. And that horse is going to chase after you, so be careful. Oh, I didn't need to pay attention to that horse. Anyway, if you shoot a guy off a horse, then you move so the horse is off the screen. The horse just disappears. So, little exploit for anyone trying to get through this. Let's see what we have here. Oh, took a hit. Oh, took a hit again. Yeah, what's the approach here? Alright, yeah, the approach is quickly go in and kill him. There you go. And again, you can just kind of wander off the screen, and that's actually a nice feature of this game. Because some games of this vintage, well, no, actually not even this vintage. This is a late NES game. This is 92, 93. By then, the NES is, I guess, not dead, but it's dying. Like, at this point, we have SNES and Genesis, right? So this is definitely a very late entry in the NES library. But anyway, older games on NES, they would, enemies would just instantly spawn the moment they appear, you know, whatever their spawn point appears on the screen. If you left to come back, they would just respawn. And it was just the most annoying thing, because you'd shoot at someone, maybe you wandered off the screen and back, then they'd respawn right back where you shot them, and it was just supremely annoying. So the fact that this game lets you shoot someone, and then they stay dead, like, that's nice. What do I have? I have grenades, which are very... let's see. I don't think I want grenades, now that I think about it. And I think I just picked up a TNT, and we don't want that either. We want the gun. I remember that about this point of the level. And again, what we're doing here is we're in Mexico during the Mexican Revolution of the early 1900s, of the 19-teens, I guess. And we're just killing revolutionaries, right? Who, I guess, are meant to just be kind of fighting for their families and their home, because the government is oppressing them and keeping the poor people down. And we're just shooting everyone. Some American who's going around killing people in Mexico. Not the greatest look. Oh, yeah, here we are. We're here. Oh, can I avoid both those things before I have to? No. Oof. Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you'll learn is the best strategy is just to run. Oh man, I got shot. Did I lose a gun? I didn't lose the gun. Oh. Oh. No, I'm not going to take that. Sorry. How far back do I have to go before I can recover one more hit? This point here. Oh. Yeah, you ducked when you should have jumped. Fool. And you did it again. Oh, man, yeah, sometimes I wonder... You know, playing emulated games, I'm not using an NES gamepad, and I do wonder, like, you know, am I just gonna... Because, like, the stickiness of an Xbox controller's buttons is a little different from the D-pad, or the NES gamepad. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, I should have ducked there. Also, yeah, the shooting's not the quickest. Oh, look at that. I found a spot where I can just hang out. That's neat. Alright, that was level 1. This is all automatic. I'm not doing anything. It's just a cutscene, I guess. Thank you, young man. You have saved us from Pancho Villa. I guess... Oh, whatever. I won't try to do a voice. And his terrifying ballistas. We thought they would help us to better our lives, but now we see that they only wanted to better their own. I'm afraid the Mexican Revolution looks like one big lie. Doesn't anyone believe in truth, honor, or dignity? I guess that does happen in the episode. Young Indy, you know, he joins the revolution thinking he's fighting for the Mexican people, but it's revealed Pancho Villa and his crew, because they started as bandits, right? That's kind of where they were coming from, so I guess they were also leaning into like, yeah, we're gonna steal people's chickens and stuff because we need them because we're the army. So there's definitely like a bandit element here where it's not all altruistic, you know, doing some stuff for the people here. So anyway, young Indy is a bit disillusioned by what he experiences, and the game, I guess, does show that. All right, this young lady thinks there's a problem we can fix. We have recently seen a foreign man, a man with a strange hand, who carries with him a magnificent artifact that looks like the head of some animal. When we asked him what it was, he said he had retrieved it from an Egyptian tomb. Surely this man should not have taken it from its resting place. That refers to another episode of the TV show. I guess it's the pair to the Mexican Revolution episode, or the prequel to it, is an episode where Indy, when he's a kid, is with his parents in Egypt, and he kind of tags along on an adventure into an Egyptian tomb, and there's this guy who steals an artifact, and he gets away with it in that episode. He just kind of goes, gets away, and they never, catch him. And this episode in Mexico is where he finally catches up to that guy. Or where the series catches up to what that guy's been doing. Yeah, and the guy's name was called. He must have taken the jackal. An Egyptian national treasure. It belongs in a museum. Catchphrase. Not in his evil clutches. Oh, I completely forgot there was a whole cave section. That's fine. Oh, see? And that's why I don't mind cheating the way I do with rewind and stuff, because, man, sometimes you just have to be so precise with these games, right? Every movement, you have to just be on top of it. Or you have to be willing to reset because you lost a life, which obviously I'm not willing to just keep dying and resetting to the start of the level, so we're not doing that. And also, this doesn't happen in the show. I think he does go maybe into like a mine in a couple of scenes, but what am I even holding? Daggers. Here we go. I will say this for this game: the platforming and the controls are very good, are very tight. It feels good to move around in this game. I think that review might have said it was a bit annoying, but no. I guess compared to the next platformer I'm playing on Sega Genesis, this one is just a lot more polished, control-wise. Like, it can be so much worse, and as we're going to learn, it does get so much worse. Oh, what do I do here? Uh-oh. I think by talking so much, I lost the light, and I don't know where to go. Oh, it was a ladder. Yeah, there's these lights. Yeah, there you go. There are these lights that pop up periodically, and you're supposed to move quickly when you light the rooms up, because otherwise it can get a little tough. What else do we have? Yeah, I've complained about this on other playthroughs when a 2D platformer doesn't let you like double tap down to pan the camera. It's kind of annoying. Now, let's see what's over here. I think there's something good. Yeah, there is. I hope I don't waste that light, but I really want to see what's down here before we move on. Oh, I blew it. I should have gone the top way, but too late. I will accept that mistake and move on. Oh, I would have accepted the one hit, but not two hits. So what are we doing here? We're going to have a guy on the right, so we're going to go up. Again, whoever... Obviously, rewind features have probably been around at least since Braid. Braid introduced the fact that you could just rewind everything you've done in a level. But then, like oh man, what commercial product games have done that? Oh, the Mega Man collections have a rewind feature as well. It's very nice for... I don't know. It makes these old games so much more playable, to my mind. Like, without that feature, it's just... Oh. It's rough. Oh, did I want a grenade? I'm trying to think if I want a grenade. Now, let's see what's down the bottom path here. Yeah, there's no going back from there. What did I get? I don't know what I got. We're picking up gold bars too, obviously. The gold bars, I think every 100 gets you an extra life. And I think that's it. I don't recall what else you get from gold. There's no shop to buy things from, so... Ooh, barely shot that one. Wow, this cave is extensive. Again, I completely forgot that, even though I just played this a few days ago, I completely forgot that there's a whole ass cave section to get through. Which, again, if there is a scene in the Mexico episode of this show, it's not this long at all. Who hit me there? Oh, jeez. Bat, leave me alone. An extra hat. Oh yeah, if you already have a hat or a gas mask later on, when he's in Europe, it's a gas mask item. But if you already have one and you grab another one, you get an extra life. So it's a nice little bonus. Which, you know, again, if you wanted to just tackle this game and legit without any of these sort of features that I'm using, like save states and rewind, I think it's decently friendly, right? Like, it would take some practice still to get through, but you could, you know, it has enough extra stuff that you could make it. Here we go. This is Claw. Okay, I gotta say the art too looks really, like, obviously in-game art for a late NES game especially is a little rough, but like these cutscene portraits, I think they look pretty good. The jackal is his. He discovered it first, and he fully intends to keep it for himself. It belongs in a museum, you jerk. It's a national treasure. You have no right to keep it. This does happen in the show. At one point, Indy catches up to this guy and confronts him about the artifact, and I think he does not retrieve it. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a little while since I did watch the episode. Well then, why don't you come over here and take it? I'd be most anxious to give it back right away. Boss fight. Oh, I was walking left, hoping that the screen wraps. Like I just walk, like Mario Bros or whatever. I don't think we have to take that hit. Yeah, that's right. We have to lob grenades at this jerk. But you have to, yeah, you have to like time, you know, when you do it, and that minecart is protecting him, of course. There we go. Save there. Oh, whoop. We can avoid a hit there probably if we're a little careful. Oh, oh. That's 2 hits. I forget how many you need in total. Oh, okay, you need 3 hits. So he did retrieve it. So maybe in the episode he does too. Like in the episode they have a big fight in like a munitions storage room, and everything starts to blow up and there's a fire. But yeah, I guess maybe he does recover it. Anyway, in the game he does recover it, obviously. Now he's gonna make sure it gets put back into your museum where it belongs. He said that how many times now? This is Indy talking to his friend Remy, who he met in Mexico, who is a Belgian, he was a sailor, he got stuck in Mexico, married a woman there, he had a little family going, and the government army, I guess, killed his wife, and that's why Remy joined the revolution. But anyway, now he and Indy have been together for a little bit, fighting in the revolution, but they're both disillusioned, and they decide that war in Mexico is not their place. They're a Belgian and an American. It's not their problem, I guess, is what they're saying. And Indy's like, yeah, I don't want to die with these guys. And Remy, what is he saying? He's gonna go home to help fight the Great War in Europe, which is World War I. So he's saying, yeah, if that war's lost, the consequences would be awful. So Indy's like, well, what are we doing? Let's get out of here. So yeah, so that's how Mexico ends. And TV show as well. Mexico is what kicks off young Indies, or teenage Indies, like, I don't know, year-long absence. Like, he just bails. He's on a family trip with his dad in Mexico, and then he gets caught up in the revolution, and then he just decides, all right, now we'll go off to Europe and fight in the war. And then he just doesn't, see his family or his dad for like a year. It's pretty bananas. Again, at this point, I think young Indy's like 17. So now he just decides, like, yep, I'm gonna go off to Europe with this middle-aged guy, and we're gonna play what feels a lot like playing like Commando, or I don't know, one of those NES games where you're just like generic soldier guy, and that's what the rest of the game's gonna be, because yeah, young Indy does join up with the war effort in Europe. He fights both in Europe and in Africa. And Africa doesn't come in here again. It's all Europe focused from now on. But yeah, he just becomes a soldier and a spy. So that's what all these levels are going to be based on. So now we're going to be fighting against Germany and Prussia. And yep, Jones gets kind of, he does some heroic stuff, and he's like, and they're like, all right, we're going to pluck you, and we're going to make a spy out of you, buddy. So now our task is to deliver these important orders to the front lines immediately. And now we're going into the heart of Europe, France. And yeah, there you go. So this is an Indiana Jones game. You can see his life icon up there is still the fedora, and not like it is on the box. But from now on, we're going to be this beret soldier man who has a whip and no gun, which is very funny to me. And let's go. What do we do first? Let's go in the cave first. There you go. That's the gas mask. So that means I can take an extra hit. Oh yeah, we have a score too. I have no idea what practical benefit the score has. I assume we're going to get more lives from that as well, maybe? I don't know. That barbed wire will cause damage. So let me see if I can get over it. I have no idea what that is. Oh, hold on. I can avoid that. There it is. Oh, that guy was going to headbutt us with his Kaiser helmet and that little spike at the top. Which, I guess, yeah, you do wonder, like, did any soldier ever have to remove his helmet and just straight up stab someone or headbutt somebody with that spike? Every time I see a pit like this, I always wonder in these old games, like, is there a secret down there? But I can show you. That, like, if you fall in, there's no secret. So don't go in there. I think these are just rocks. I think this is straight up us chucking rocks during war. I haven't talked about the music yet. I think the music, again, is, I don't know, it's decent for like an NES game. Like, again, in 1993, this would not be impressive to me, right? I was playing SNES and Genesis by this point, so this would not be as cool. But I think if I'd played this, you know, in the late '80s, it would have been memorable. Oh yeah, these guys. How do I take them out? I think the problem with them is they try to run you over if you get close. So let me... Oh, I have grenades, which means I can chuck them. But I think... Oh. Yeah, see, the problem is I don't think that's reaching at all. They have to be visible on screen to take damage. Oh, got him. I thought they were gonna run me over, but I guess not. I bet if I got too close, they would have. Alright, this part is just missiles. I knew that would have happened. Why did I do that? See, again, that's what these old games are, man. It's just, you make a small mistake and, oh, you lost a life and you're going to have to reset to the beginning. Ah, here we go. This is cool. A little Excite Bike action. There's a few sections like this in the game where you're riding a vehicle and, I don't know, I think it's fun. Oh. Is he gone? Yeah. Yes, yeah. What? Oh, there's a little something buried there. Oh, look at that. Almost got shot. Bummed that there's no motorcycle sound effects, but I guess you can only have so much going on sound-wise on NES. What is it? There's only so many channels. That's what it is. Alright, jump. Oh. I think we can... Yes. We can roll on water. Roll on the water. Alright. Alright, so we did it. Our task was to deliver some orders to the front lines, and I guess that's what we just did. Thank you, Corporal. Looks like we'll be going over to the top sooner than he had hoped. They still don't have enough intelligence for the German defensive positions. Indy's like, send me in, sir. So Indy's going to go into the front lines, spy on the German command post on Bremen Ridge, and report back to headquarters as quickly as possible. Troops have less than 12 hours to prepare for the offensive. Are the orders clear? Let's do it. So now we're trying to get to... actually, no, I already forgot what I read. Anyway, we have another level of fun murder adventures. Extra life. Right, well, there's no reason not to go in there. There's no enemies. Oh, what's better, the rifle or the handgun? I honestly, I think that shoots faster. Yeah, look at that. It shoots faster. Or has a higher rate of shooting, so we'll stick with the rifle. I see you coming in, airplane. What are you gonna do? Oh. Man, imagine having this power for real. Oh, imagine a battle situation like this where everyone has this ability. Like, that's gotta be some kind of hell, right? That's like a Twilight Zone episode where people can constantly rewind, so nothing ever ends, because you can just constantly rewind to before you get killed or whatever. Yeah, that definitely seems like some kind of hell. Dagger, nope. I mean, I want that gold, but not enough to walk to a dagger for it. And I guess I could have... Yeah, I probably could have avoided shooting the dagger box, but whatever. It's not like I'm losing any lives with this rewind feature available. Oh! Still got shot. And I can't jump up because of the barbed wire, so I'm being a little bit careful. And trying not to get hit. Alright, forget it. I don't want that crate. I want to just get through this. Oh! I jumped right into the spike. Not very observant, these soldiers. Again, I look at these pits and I'm like, one of them's gotta have a secret, right? Something. But, and look at that. Again, the cruelty of these games, right? You lose a life and they send you all the way back. That to me is just, it's real mean. Alright, what are you gonna do, buddy? You're gonna shoot the spread, which I think I can avoid if I stand... There it is. 2 crates on the left. Do I want them? Let's see. Gold and a mask. So yeah, I do. Oh, the crumbled steps or platforms respawn. That's neat. Oh. Obviously, if you sink too far in those, you die, so you gotta be careful there. More gold. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh, no, I didn't have to take that hit, obviously. can avoid that. I forget what I'm supposed to aim for, if anything specific. It certainly looks like it's the hatch on top, right? Well, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Okay. How many hits did I take there? I should have died just to see if you die in a boss fight, you get reset all the way back to the start of the level. Are they that cruel? Well, we'll never know, because I'm not going back. Big Bertha's ready for anything the Allies can throw at us, General. Good, with the Big Bertha's range, we can just devastate the Allied troops by shelling them before they even come close. Aye, sir. The Allies know nothing of Bertha's great range. Let's hope they don't. Somebody does, because we're spying on them. It took all day to get here. He'll never make it back in time. So he's got to take out Big Bertha. I think that's real. Like, if you look up Big Bertha, I think that was a real giant cannon, basically, that they had to, like, use a train to pull into, you know, to a given point, and it would just fire these massive destructive shells across a long range. And I think that was the advantage of that giant gun, was that you could fire it and it would just have a great range. So they would just have to get it close enough, but it would still be super far away. So, but it's a real thing. I think if you look up Big Bertha, you can learn all about it. Yeah, I didn't mention that either. That aspect of Young Indiana Jones. The whole series, I believe, was conceived as edutainment. Like, it is meant to be, because Young Indiana Jones is always meeting very famous historical figures and learning from them. And so the whole thing is meant to be like, hey kids, look, Indiana Jones is learning, and you can too, by following his adventures. Like, so the whole thing's meant to teach kids history. Like, that was the whole point. These video games, I guess, touch on historical events, but aren't as Can you go into that cave? Hold on a second. No. So yeah, it's meant to be the TV show is meant to be edutainment. The earlier ones where he's a kid are absolutely just, they're not very action oriented. They're very focused on, like, yeah, just watch scenes with historical people and, you know, learn some history. What are we doing here? Oh, jump from up top. There we go. But yeah, so the early episodes with the kid are very focused on that, and as a result, they're maybe not anyone who enjoys the show maybe isn't talking up those episodes as highly, because the ones later, like the ones that take place during World War I in Mexico, and then later on back in the U.S., they're I don't know, they're yeah, again, they're more action oriented. And in fact, the war episodes are pretty gruesome. Like, it's not quite Saving Private Ryan, but it's pretty gnarly. Especially for a TV show that was broadcast on public television. There's language. I want to say there's maybe nudity. I can't say for sure. There's definitely sex, but you know, that was definitely going on TV at the time. But not necessarily in a kids' edutainment show. So it was a show that was doing a lot. I guess I could say that. Oh, I froze time. And again, anyone who wants to watch that TV show in full can very easily find it on YouTube, because Disney does not care about it at all. The last time anyone cared about this show was when they did release the DVD set, but again, that DVD set was edited to take all the episodes and turn them into basically a series of movies. So it's a little different in the way it's set up. They would just stitch together, like I don't care about those crates. They would just stitch together 2 episodes to make a movie out of it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the grenade. Hey, this is neat, right? A little, oh, Contra. I didn't even say Contra when I was trying to think of games that are like this on NES. This is also very Contra-like. And again, that movement and the controls are just, they feel I guess that might, if I was to say what's my favorite part of this game, it's that. I think they did the controls very well. Oh, he's trying to shoot me from any position. And go away. Yeah, the controls are really good for a game of this vintage. What does that do? Am I invincible? I'm invincible. See, like that was nonsense, right? Why should I die when I fall down there? Like, it should just send me back to where I came from, down below. Can we make it over there? We can certainly shoot... Oh. Come on, man, what are you doing? There we go. Oh, that was too slow. Come on. Another one of those shooty, grenadey guys. Oh, a lot of levels, a lot of layers to this cake. This death cake. Cake of war. Oh, that was a neat trick. Yeah, I can't get up there myself, but if I get hit, I can shortcut up there. Is that worth it? I don't think it is. I'll just go this way. See you, buddy. Oh. Oh, I can avoid that so easily. There we go. Alright, so now what? Oh, now we're fighting that Big Bertha gun. Boss fight. I'm trying to remember what to do here. Oh, yeah. It's the... Oh, I forgot you get hit if you wander too far up there. I could have gotten a second grenade in there, couldn't I? Or maybe not. Let's see how far back I'd have to go. Yeah, I spent a lot of time. Let's see. Oh, so you have to shoot, or let loose the... Oh, no! Oh, ooh. Lot going on. Hot potato. Alright, well that's it. This is definitely one of those fights where if you're impatient, you're going to take a lot of hits. Or you're going to take hits because, you know, you don't take your time. I didn't need to jump into that pit, or take the hit. So now we go up here, we get our one hit on the tank and we chill. And then we have to take out another soldier, and then we're back up here. And now you see the pattern. Can I duck? Yeah. Why do they keep giving me grenades? I guess if you take a hit and you lose it, that's giving you the option to restock. And now we have to kill another one. Yeah, this is... There it is. It's not too bad. So to put all that in context, we discovered that they had a big gun. We climbed up to the top of a mountain somewhere where the gun was, I guess, kept. And now we just blew up that big gun. So they're telling us, like, hey, great job. You saved thousands of soldiers. Oh, check this out. So it's like, yes, great. You saved the lives of thousands of young soldiers. And we're promoted to the rank of captain effective immediately. Thanks, sir. And because we've proven our abilities under pressure, we have a special mission. Allied intelligence has uncovered German plans for a new type of poison gas that's fatal on contact with here could be dropped from aircraft or ores fired from long-range artillery. You will travel into Germany, infiltrate the German High Command, and locate the gas labs, plant a bomb to destroy the facilities, and get out before the bomb detonates. Good luck. I always hear the voice from Star Fox. Good luck. So we were in France? We were in France. So level 1, Mexico, level 2, France. Level 3, final level, is Germany. Oh, that was a machine gun, in case you couldn't tell. That's a new little weapon they have in their arsenal. Oh. Cannot go into that door, even though it looks like I should be able to. So, I have the handy turbo feature, but even with turbo, look at that firing rate. It's awful. What did I pick up? I should be paying attention. Oh, that guy was going to try to headbutt us. Alright, what else? Gold. They cannot shoot through the crate, but we can. Oh! Grenade to the face. There's so many gold bars lying around. I wonder if that's possible in the year of our Lord 2022 to be out in the world and stumble onto a little trio or little collection of gold bars that somebody left somewhere. Because I feel like I still see those stories every once in a while, like some couple who has a farm out, somewhere in the middle of Italy or middle of California Gold Rush territory or whatever. They just stumble across a little cache that somebody buried, and then presumably that person died, and nobody ever went to claim it. So they stumble onto these like collections of or hordes of gold and jewels and stuff. Oh yeah, this guy. He's only vulnerable, I believe. Oh, I think I see the pattern there. Oh no, I just have to duck down. Oh no, not there either. There's gotta be. Oh, I can crawl and move. Whatever. Let's just keep shooting this guy. Oh right. Eventually, you can just lose your weapon completely, and then you're effed. So let's. No, this isn't right. What was the pattern? Oh, I know what it was. Jump over the first one, or duck under the first one. So duck, shoot, and then jump over the second one. Okay. Duck and jump. Duck, jump, shoot. Duck. Oh. Duck, jump. Yeah, he's good at dodging. That's what he's doing. Yeah, I completely forgot what the pattern was for this guy. The crates are obviously duck and jump, but as far as like getting the hit, I think I'm supposed to shoot him when he's got the crates? Yeah, that's it. Oh. That's what it is. What? Oh, here we are. Oh yeah, look at this. Check this out. This is fun. That was automatic. So now we have a shmup level. So, like between the motorcycle and the shmup, and later on there's another vehicle, I think they do a good job of adding a little, variance to the kind of 2D side-scrolling gameplay. Alright. So somebody just swooped down and picked this up. Who the heck are you? William Bishop? Call him Billy. There's another level where young Indy has been recruited as a spy, and he gets, and he tags along with these pilots as they drop, as they do war. So this is based on that. I bet William Bishop is a historical figure as well. Probably someone famous that I should know, that I don't. Oh well. Alright, so he's got to get to German High Command, and this guy is going to take him. So first we got to get past the planes. What's the controls? Right, shoot. Oh, it's bombs, and it's guns. Did I get hit? No, that wasn't a hit. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, I just got hit there, by what? Oh, that guy dropped some business on us. Alright. Just keep an eye on those planes, those plane icons, is what I was trying to say. Oh. Alright. Oh, look at that. Get moited. Get moited and really try not to take any hits, which would be possible to do if I was paying better. I'm bad at shmups. Just know that. Here we go. So that gave us some bombs to drop as well. So anytime we run into these guns, the solution is drop the bomb. Can I fire both? Oh, I can fire both. If I hold down the turbo buttons that I have enabled on this gamepad, we can just spam. Who needs tactics and planning when you can just spam buttons? That's what I say. Oh! That was very fast. Stop. Do it. Oh! We got us a red plane. This looks like my lucky day. It's the Red Fokker. It's a Red Fokker triplane. It's Baron von Richthofen, aka the Red Baron. So that's definitely a famous plane murderer that I know. The Allies want him to shot down, and today it looks like this is it. We're gonna have a little shmup boss fight here, and we're gonna keep rewinding anytime we take any hit. Who knows? For all we know, that's how history played out. Some secret alien tech was involved, and pilots on the European side, or British side, were able to just rewind time. And that's how they finally beat the Red Baron. Did they beat the Red Baron? I don't remember. Beat meaning, you know, shot down and killed. Yeah, this was a time when being a biplane or triplane pilot was, I think, the worst thing you could do. Like, those planes were just rickety and, you know, like their surfaces were made of like leather or canvas or something. So they just didn't last very long. So it was just a very, like, I guess any participation in war has that risk of, like, you might just get killed. I keep rewinding here because I don't want to get hit. Oh, there we go. We got him. So yeah, as you know, a shmup level goes, I think that's pretty good. Again, I think this was pretty good. It controlled well. So I'd say that's another bonus for this game. Alright, so we've landed. Germans are not using it. Too far from the front. High command is 5 miles north. And now we need to get going. Thanks for the ride, Billy. I won't forget it. Neither will I, Indy. Good luck. So yeah, that's German HQ. And this is it. This is the final stretch through this factory. Much like the caves in Mexico, we need to find some lights like that to light this up. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he can aim. That's not great, but there we go. What does this guy do? 2 shots. Oh man, if I can recommend something to level designers or background designers on this kind of game, don't put doorways that cannot be entered. Like you saw them earlier in that waterfall section as well. Like and even worse, if all of the doorways are not interactive, but then for some reason one of them is like some secret, you know, room. That sucks. Don't do that. Right? Like, if you just make sure your environment is communicating, like, yes, this is definitely something you can do or cannot do. In this case, enter doorways. Oh, here's another animal. Like the horses in Mexico, you cannot kill the dogs, I don't think. And now the dog's gone, so I can't test that. Did you see a flashlight anywhere? Because I don't think I did. And another dog. Oh, I thought he was going to jump over. Oh, they jump in reaction to my jumping. I see. Gold and gold. Oh, and that dog survived. Oh, that's a sneaky dog too. He waits until I'm right up on him. What is this about? I don't like that. I don't like this little... Is there a secret up there? Should I be able to go up? Oh, no, I guess not. Alright. That's something I like in levels like this, when they move you through an area and they kind of give you a preview of what's ahead. Like, yep, you're going to be climbing up here and you're going to have to fight some soldier dude at the top. Oh, that was perfect. Right where I was standing. Alright, let there be some light, finally. Oh, that was neat. I think I did a little skip. Yeah, I must have jumped over that gap. What was that? An electricity. Is that like a gate? Oh, yeah. Barriers. I'm fairly certain I've had 9 lives for a while, right? Like, I think I've gotten so many extra lives. Like, I just reached the maximum, which was often the case back then. For whatever reason, they decided to cap their numbers at 9. I'm sure going to 10 would just cause crashes and weird stuff. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to the fact that I just grabbed a grenade. And I'm invincible, so I have to go. Quick. What else? What else? What else? Nope. Go. Go. That was so short. And I just fell when I didn't have to. Am I supposed to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, so there's a door at the... Oh, there's a door at the end of this area. And it only opens if you destroy these 2 panels before you get there, so... I just destroyed one, which maybe wasn't obvious, but I did. Oh, here's another branching path. Which one is the one I need? Die. Die, but don't hurt me. Yeah, while I am playing this, you know, again, this is Mesen, M-E-S-E-N emulator, and again, this rewind feature is just like, it's one of those obvious features in an emulator for, you know, old platforms. Like, of course you have a rewind. Why wouldn't you? And I say this because I have, you know, there are other old games I have to play, but there is no emulator or modern emulator with these kinds of features for those old platforms. So like, later when I'm playing Sega Genesis, I'll have save states, but I don't have the rewind. And the rewind is just, I don't know, it's a much easier way to recover from taking these hits. Alright, that was the second panel, so the doorway I ran into earlier should be unlocked, or unblocked. You'll recall in Mexico we ran into an area where I, for a moment, couldn't figure out what to do. And I realized there was a ladder that was invisible. Why? Here the ladder is still visible, right? Lights are out, I can still tell where there's a ladder. For whatever reason in that Mexico level, cave level, they decided like, nope, we're not gonna even show you where that is. You'll have to stumble onto it by tapping the up button. And that's not cool. It's not cool at all, bud. Alright, no more grenades. I hope I don't regret losing them. Oh! Is that tank just gonna stand there? Oh, it's gonna just patrol. Oh no. Are you serious? Oh, okay. And again, I wonder if that was a design choice or if the way it was programmed is just like, that was a limitation of like, yep, if a wandering enemy wanders off the screen, they're not going to come back. Do I have to kill this guy all in one go? Sure looks like it. Is this the machine gun? Oh no, it's a handgun. I'm trying to kill this guy. There it is. Alright, so there goes another barrier that I have to break through. Which means there's probably a panel. There it is. Hey, I mentioned how doorways shouldn't look like they're usable. Barrels should not look like they can be destroyed. Right? Like all these little elements that pop out from the background. Whoa! Alright, we're fighting the German commander / cyborg dude. This is really funny. It's just giant man. Giant man! It's shooting us. Trying to kill us. And again, I can't help but wonder here, like, if I had kept the grenades, would that have been a much better weapon choice than a handgun? What's he packing anyway? A shotgun? It looks like a shotgun. Got him. What? Oh. He dropped grenades that were now... That's hands-free, I didn't do any of that. Alright, so we're at the weapons facility, and now we have to find the lab where the Germans make the poison gas. Let's do it. I mean, I mentioned Mega Man before, like, this is just straight up Mega Man, right? The music feels very Mega Man-ish. The level design, all the little, like, bright bricks and stuff. This is all Mega Man. That is cool. Ooh, I picked up a machine gun. There it is. But yeah, that is cool. Not as many little interesting robo enemies to, you know, shoot. But similar inspiration. That's the inspiration, I think, for all this. Oh, yeah, I forgot the guy can aim. So let the drip go by, and then... No! Thou shalt not shoot me. Alright, I think I just have to duck immediately. What the... I'm trying not to take that hit. There we go. Oh, what did I just do? Again, I gotta pay attention to what stuff I pick up. Because I think the machine gun is good. Like, I'm pretty sure I want to hang on to this. Oof. Machine gun straight to the chest. Point blank. That's gotta be gnarly. I wonder if it's too early for me to say that I think this is the best young Indiana Jones game of like the 5 games they made overall. Alright, which I realize that's really saying something. But again, I feel like if this came out in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, oh, definitely mid 80s, but by like 88, 89, if this came out, I feel like it would have been decent. Right, as long as this released right before like Genesis and SNES were available, I think this would have received much better ratings and certainly attention. But like we saw in that review from before from Nintendo Power, but by a certain point, this just does not look impressive anymore. And now, of course, you know, there's plenty of indie games that just look like this, and maybe play better, but like definitely have this aesthetic and this sort of control style. Let's grab this. What is it? Another gas mask. Yeah, that guy's funny. Some scientists standing around in a puddle of oil, I guess, with a lit flame. What is that? Is that a thing? Do I have to worry about it? I guess I do. But as long as I walk through it, I'll be alright. What is this? Hey, bud. Was that his arm? That was his arm. Whoa. You shot his body off, and his arm, holding the flame, lands in the puddle of oil there. Oh. Alright. Oh. Hey, look at that. Oh, did it disappear? Damn, it disappeared. I blew it. I could have used that tank to cross the... to get across. That was the final vehicle that I mentioned before. Should I rewind all the way back? No, it's too late. The rewind feature is unfortunately too slow to go that far back. I'm just gonna have to hand grenade all these people. And actually, this would have been... The tank can't jump, so this would have been the end of the line anyway. Alright, we found the gas lab. Now all we have to do is plant the bomb. 2 minutes. Do I have to actually run? Yes, I do. Except I don't think there's a timer. Oh, alright. I keep trying to make it... Obviously, I missed it, so I need to rewind. Oh, and I made things worse. Yeah, I'm feeling no pressure to move right now. Except for that cutscene that told me, like, hey, you should move. What's down here, bud? Oh, a little secret. Alright, so... I wonder what else I missed by not trying to crawl under every single wall. Yeah, see, that one jump there. Oh, no. I know where this is. This is... Oof, yeah, this sucks. Yeah, this whole... it terrifies me that anyone should have to try to play through this naturally, right? Because this fight is really awful. Alright, I'm trying not to get hit there. Oh wait, can I reach him from here? Doesn't look like I could. Hold on a second here. I think we can land the grenade if we're... There we go. At least I found a spot to sit. I think last time I didn't have this. Yeah, last time I hadn't figured out that I could stand at this spot here. Alright, well, like any game. You figure out the pattern, it's doable. But the thought of having to, like, lose a bunch of lives just to figure out that pattern sucks. Ooh, made it out in time. It looks like the Germans will have to do without their high command. Unless they like it sky high. Those explosives really worked. They completely destroyed the poison gas labs and spread the gas all over the land. And here we are back to the Old Man Jones, which means it's the end of this episode. With the destruction of the High Command, the German war effort slowed down a bit. Maybe saved a few thousand people that didn't need to suffer. Unfortunately, the Great War went on for another year, and we lost a few more million people, so... You know, you do what you can. But he made it through, he's glad to be here today, and that's the end of the story. Thanks for being such pleasant company and for listening to an old man with a few more stories to tell. Yeah, Old Man Indiana Jones in this TV series, he was always out in the world, right? He'd run into someone at the post office or the store or whatever, and that's when he'd tell a story. But he also, by this point, I guess by the 90s, Indiana Jones had children, grandchildren, maybe great-grandchildren, Because there was at least one episode where it's like Thanksgiving or something, and it's just him surrounded by people. So yeah, he gets himself some kids. This story's over. The end. No credits. That's lame. So like I said, Jaleco published this game, but a company called Chris Gray Enterprises, aka Gray Matter, developed it. So if you want to know who made this, that's it. And that's it for the playthrough. Like I said, I think visually, sure, it looks very NES basic, but the controls were good. I think the level design's not too bad. I think if you're willing to die and, you know, kind of put some practice time in, you could beat this game naturally just fine. But because it was a late NES game, again, it probably didn't get the attention it would have a few years earlier. But also, like I said, I think this is the best we're gonna get in Young Indiana Jones. There's another platformer after this, and there's a few adventure games, or adventure edutainment games, and those are, well, we'll see we'll see when I get there. But anyway, for this playthrough, that's it. See you in the next one. Until then, take care.